Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome to the channel. I'm Michelle and I hope that you're going to enjoy all the content that already is on this channel and that is to come. So we are officially in October. It is the 1st today, and first of all, congratulations for making it through this far, because I know it's been a rough year. Like, I know it's been a hectic year for quite a lot of us, if not most of us, but we are here and we're still moving, which is exciting. So if you have been on this channel for long enough, you know that every single month, except for other months that I did not do it, we do a month welcoming video where we discuss, or we basically kind of theme our months to be able to be a lot more productive and do something new or work on something in our lives every single month. And for this month in October, I have a very interesting topic for you. Previously in September, actually, we were doing productivity. It's not something that I actually said it out, but throughout all my content, if you've been following me on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram, we've been talking a lot on productivity and just making sure that you get things done. So this month, I just want to encourage you to believe that you can do this. Half of the time, what I've actually realized is that a lot of people don't do things because they don't know how, but they don't do things because they don't believe that they can actually do it and do it to the level of excellence and do it to actually be able to prosper in them. And that's the biggest barrier that we have. It's like, if you want to start a YouTube channel, you're like, cool, I want to start a YouTube channel, and I'm not starting because I don't know how to start a YouTube channel. I'm just not starting a YouTube channel because maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to be good at it. Maybe, just maybe, people won't like me. Maybe, just maybe. We've had all these talks a lot of times, and today I just want to give you guys tips that will be able to kind of help you go for it, believe in yourself, and just kind of rise up the self-doubt a little bit more. So I've got my phone here with me because I noted down a few things that I want to share with you guys on today's video, which is actually super interesting. Tip number 1 is believe in yourself. The best statements that I've tweeted about as far as this is concerned is you need to believe who God says He is so you can believe who He says about you. One of the biggest reasons why you don't think that you're able to do it, or you are possibly suffering from an imposter syndrome every now and then, is because you don't truly know, or even believe, rather, you probably could know, but even believe that there's something within you that God has placed and that God has entrusted the world with. And that's something you need to start walking around it. But it begins with you actually believing that God is who He says He is, so that you can believe that you are who He says He is. Does that make sense? It's like you have to first believe Him to be able to believe in yourself. It's like, what do you call it? It's a train. What they call it, compounded what within the finance industry. But you first have to believe who God says He is, that you can be able to believe in yourself. Who does God say you are? When we did the VA program, shout out to all my VA program mentees. When we did the VA program, this is something that we spoke about quite a lot, as far as just believing who God says you are and digging deep into your potential and understanding that there's so many things and so much that has been placed on the inside of you that God has entrusted you to give to the world, that God has entrusted you to actually work your life around. But for you to be able to walk through those things, you need to believe. So that's your first step that I'm going to encourage you this October, that you believe that you are who God says you are. That just for this month only, just for October, sit there and say, you know what, I'm going to start acting like who I believe God says I am. If God says I am rich, don't go spending money, y'all. But if God says that this is the type of person that I am, don't go spending money irresponsibly. That's what I mean to say. But if God says this is the type of person that you are, you need to go out there believing that that is the type of person that God says you are, and you need to go out there and move like that person. I tweeted something on Twitter that for me this season, I've been sharing a lot of heartfelt content with you guys because that's where my life is currently. But one of the biggest things I said is I made a habit of treating myself like the person that I think I am. If I think I'm victorious, if I think I am beautiful, if I think all these amazing things about myself, I have just started treating myself like that person, because I'm just like, man, I'm not going to be expecting someone else to treat me like the girl that I think I am when I am failing to treat myself like the girl that I think I am. So the first step is I need to show up for Michelle so that I know what showing up for Michelle looks like. Such should I need somebody else to show up for Michelle, I know what showing up for Michelle looks like. And that's basically it. When you believe it, you start walking in it. And when you start walking in it, it's easier to kind of guide other people around you to begin to walk into it with you as well. That's when we can talk about accountability. But that's the first point. The second point is Put your capabilities to the test. Guys, you will not know until you try. Have you heard that saying? You will not know until you try. And that's the most important thing to also realize, that sometimes you are scared of things that you haven't even tried. You're scared of things you haven't even given yourself the benefit of the doubt to actually trying. So put them to the test. Put that potential to the test. Put that YouTube channel to the test. And I know majority of the time, what actually stops us from this is the fear of failure. It's feeling like, what if I actually don't succeed at this? What if you do, mate? Like, what if you actually do? And you know, the most important, I was actually reading this in a book, I don't remember which one, but it spoke about failure, and it said that failure is inevitable. Even if you do nothing, you stand the chance of failing. So even if you do something, you stand it. So basically, you ultimately stand the chance of failing at anything, even if you decide to do anything, and even if you don't decide to do it. So why not just go ahead anyway and actually do it, because you deserve to, because you deserve to give your chance to actually, to give yourself a chance to actually begin to do it. So you need to start putting those capabilities to the test, because you will not know, and there's only one way to find out, and that is actually going ahead and giving yourself the chance to actually do that. Number 3 is go all in. We do this all the time, where we start projects because we're nervous, but then we still carry them like the nervous people that we are. Guys, the truth is, if you decide to go for something, you need to go for it hard. If you decide to go for a project, if you decide to go for a YouTube channel, if you decide to go for a new business, for a new relationship, whatever it is you decide to go for, you need to go all the way in, because you are doing yourself an injustice if you don't go all the way in. You're doing yourself a big injustice, because you're wasting your own time. Actually, you could have just sat there, not done anything, relaxed, because you're not going to go all the way in anyway. But when you go all the way in, you exhaust all your options. You actually give yourself an opportunity to win, because you're going all the way in with what you said that you are going to do. So that's just important to realize, that you need to first believe who God says you are, believe what God says about you, believe that you are truly the person that you actually think in your head sometimes that you are. And after you've believed that, you need to put those capabilities to the test, mate. And then after you've done that, you need to go all in. You need to literally like dive, go all the way in. And the last one is give yourself some credit. Again, super important. All the points I talk about, all the points that I share on this channel are very important. You need to be able to give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit for all the small things you've done, because guys, for you to be here at this very age that you are, you have a track record of things that you've tried, a track record of things that you've done that you were nervous about, that you were very uncertain about, that you weren't even sure you were going to do correctly, but you managed to do them and you won at them. Give yourself some credit, because there's something about giving yourself some credit that makes you want to celebrate internally. And when you begin to celebrate internally, it just makes it a lot more easier for you to actually begin to be motivated to doing all these other things, to begin to put your capabilities to the test. And it'll kind of help you believe yourself a little bit more when you start thinking that you are the person that you think you are. But you're like, yeah, wait a minute, I actually am, because I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. But if you do not actually do that, then it's like, this is like a sales technique that they teach you when you are in a sales job or doing sales or in marketing. And they talk about how everything could be great, but one small little bad thing can spoil everything. It's like if you win a trip to somewhere, and then on the way there in the plane, a cup of coffee spills all over you. You're probably going to magnify that cup of coffee spilling all over your outfit, other than the whole thing that you are going to Italy, you are going to this particular place. So that's just something to remember, that sometimes we tend to magnify all the negative things, but we forget to be grateful, and we actually forget to recognize and remind ourselves of the times that we triumphed, of the times that we did try something and it actually worked, or even the times that we tried something and it failed, but we came out a little bit more better and a little bit more greater in the process. So that's just something to remember, and I hope that all these points that I just shared with you guys will kind of help you push and kickstart your October, because that's exactly what we need to do. And that's exactly, if you've been on this channel for so long, you know that that's exactly what we do on this channel. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video to anybody else that you believe, think, suspect, know they need this type of content in their lives. I wish you all the best in this October, and I believe that you're going to believe in yourself, and believing in yourself begins with walking with the belief and acting with the belief that you can do it. Have yourself a beautiful one. I'll see you next time. Bye.